Good morning, Salem High. Welcome to another episode of SHS Today. My name is Lucas, and joining me at the news desk today is John.
Thank you, Lucas. Today we have several interesting stories for you, including the Smart Pass policy, the Hadestown musical, the California wildfires. But first up, we'll go to Vince to hear about the Smart Pass system.
I'm Vince Regal reporting for SHS Today, and today we are going to be talking about the new Smart Pass system that was recently implemented in the Salem district.
Part of the reason they wanted to implement it was there was a lot of roaming going on in the halls, trying to keep track of students, especially, if there's an emergency or something, to know who's in, who's out of the building.
One of the things that Smart Pass will do for us is collect quite a bit of data. So if we figure out there are some students that are having a harder time being in certain classes, then we can have conversations and try to strategize around making those better.
It's a lot easier to, know who's where, when, and how long they're there. So even in case of an emergency, you know exactly where people are.
I've been piloting it, and I got a little bit of resistance at first, but now my students are just really used to it, and they know they have time limits, and they come on back.
The high school that I went to, we had a sign-out system, similar to the sign-out system that some teachers have here, but we had no physical things to carry around the building. I always felt like that was a little bit of a pain in the butt, and I question the hygiene of that practice as well. I think this will make things a little bit easier, and it's just a little more dignified for students.
Now we're going to see how the Smart Pass system really works while talking to a student from Timberlane.
I think it's going to really tighten down, and people are going to be actually staying in their classes. You won't see as many people roaming around in the hallways. I'd say some pros to it are it's easier. You don't have to carry anything around physically, so you can have it all on your phone. I don't think anyone wants to really carry something around personally. Plus, it's kind of gross if you think about it. I'd say some cons are you have a limited amount of time. All right, so this is what obviously Smart Pass looks like. You have your create a new pass now, which you can make right away, and then you have a future one, so if later in the day you have to be somewhere, someone can make you a pass for the future that will automatically start for you so you can go. And then these are your ended passes, so these are obviously the past passes I've created. So if you wanted to create one now, you just press now, and then you'd see where you're coming from, like which class you're currently in, and you have all your numbers there. Then you'd select one, right? And then you're going to wherever you're going, the bathroom to get water. You click on it, right? Say I'm going to the bathroom. Then you'd click whatever bathroom that is there. It will show you which ones are closed. And then you just click on one, right? And then you select the teacher of your classroom, and then you can just send them the pass like this, and then they'll accept it and you can go.
We'll see how the progress further progresses as we go further into the school year. This is Vince Regal reporting for SHS News Today. Back to you in the studio.
Salem High's library has been a keystone part to the school's student success. Let's take a look at what it's like to work in the library for Miss Hopkins.
Hi, I'm Michaela Daly reporting for SHS Today. Today we talked to librarian Miss Hopkins about how it is working in the library and also about what the activities they have planned for the month.
What I love about being in the library is that every day is different. So I can have a student walk in with an interest and I can help them find resources, or unlike a regular classroom teacher who has a very strict scripted curriculum, I never know what my day is going to be like. I always am doing 2 books at a time. One is an audiobook called The Rumor Game, and it's about how social media exaggerates rumors in a high school. So that is available on Sora. It's really good. I would call it a page turner. The second book that I'm reading is called Atomic Habits, and the more I read it, the more I think every high school student should read it. So we always have a few things going on at the activity table. We have a sticker poster right now, and we have a jigsaw puzzle, and we have a drawing contest. Our January challenge is eyeglasses, and students can draw what do they see coming up in the new year.
We also spoke to some students, specifically student Mackenzie Donahue, who is a part of the Mental Health Club. She spoke to us about the library and Mental Health Club's collaboration this month.
The theme we're playing with the library is called a hygge. It comes from the Danish word of contentment and relaxation. So we're basically going to set up the library extension to be kind of a relaxing space and have a lot of different stations, an essential oils type table and a quiet conversation table, just to kind of give students a space where they could come and relax during school.
I'm Michaela Daly reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
We are very excited to announce that the Hadestown musical will be in full throttle starting the 31st of January. Let's see how things are going down in the Performing Arts Center.
Hi, I'm Grace reporting for SHS Today. Today, we're going to be taking a preview at Hadestown, the school's musical.
It's the tale of like Orpheus and Eurydice, like their love.
So it's following two love stories that are mirrored to each other.
Hades and Persephone are falling out of love, causing like the seasons to change and whatever.
So there's like not enough, there's too much winter or too much summer. And then Orpheus is like trying to like fix the spring, bring back spring with music.
I'm Greek chorus.
I play the role of one of Hades' workers.
I play Orpheus.
I've prepared by just like continuously listening to the show. Even when I'm at home or I'm in the car, I'm like constantly playing the soundtrack over and over and over. I do the dances like as much as I can.
I feel like, at least for me, like it put a new like perspective on life, kind of like just understanding like trust.
Honestly, it's taught me a lot vocally. I was really challenged vocally by this show because it's a very high part, higher than I'm used to, and so I've had to learn a lot of like healthy singing strategies.
Now we're going to talk to some of the adults in charge of making the show happen.
We were looking at a few shows and we're thinking what suits our students and our population the best. This was also became available at the very last minute. And as a big fan of this show, I thought it was a really great opportunity to do what Salem does best, which is to break new ground on something no one has done before. I think that you'll be really surprised what our students can do in an ensemble. We have not done an ensemble show in a while, and I think the beauty of this is how everyone works together on stage the entire time.
This is a show that people will travel to Broadway, to Boston, even the West End in London to go see, and you get to see it right here at Salem High School, so it's going to be a great show.
I'm Grace Whittemore reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
Salem High School is well known for its CTE program. Let's take a visit down to graphic design and see what it's all about.
This is Renji Kelly reporting for SHS Today. Today we will be taking an in-depth look in the graphic design CTE program.
Intro to Graphic Design is a semester class that meets every other day, and it's open to only Salem students. The purpose of this is to kind of give them a taste of the CTE program. The CTE Level 1 class starts with understanding the basics. We learn the Adobe software programs, Photoshop, and Illustrator, a little bit of XD, which is UX design. D2, Level 2, that's, again, sending students, Salem students, every day, all year. And that's more complex problems and more focus on digital UX as well as live work for the community.
I chose this class randomly my freshman year. Total accident, didn't even mean to. It was one of my secondary classes, and Ms. DeVoe made me love this program, and I found something that can be creative and use in real-world applications, so it's really fun.
I picked graphic design because I took the intro class my freshman year, and then I decided I really wanted to do it, so I took the CTE so I could do it every day. I picked graphic design because I've always been into visual arts, but recently I've gotten more into digital arts, and ever since I took the intro class freshman year, I wanted to take the CTE for it.
I wouldn't say it's really a project, but the Skills USA competitions, I really love designing for those. It's really fun seeing all the other designs at those competitions, so I really like that.
My favorite project has been the magazine cover. I just loved it and everything went how I imagined. It was just great. I've loved every project that we've done, but I think that the book cover project that we just finished is my favorite, but also designing for the Holiday Cards fundraiser, even though it's not a project, is also really fun.
I love teaching the UX design mobility because students are like mind blown that people design these and we can make them clickable prototypes. So when they see their prototype starting to work, like I hit this button and it brings me to the next screen, seeing them connect those dots is really cool. I also like the package design where we make the cans and the cereal boxes because students have a lot of fun with that and they get to go home with a 3D object.
I mean, I've been in it for 4 years. I really like it. I'm a senior, so it's my final year, and I wouldn't trade it for any other class. I really enjoy it.
Yes, I love this class. I love everyone in it and the teachers. It's just really fun.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to do any other CTE program.
This is Renji Kelly reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
Salem High is filled with many talented athletes. Molly and Keegan caught up with the unified basketball team to hear how they are enjoying their season so far.
I'm Molly Amos reporting for SHS Today, and today we're going to be interviewing some of the unified basketball athletes, how their season is going so far.
It's really great, honestly. We have people are so great. The players are amazing. It's just perfect. Just have so much fun there, and it's like chill. It's not stressful and all that.
I think it's good. Like to help people and stuff like that.
We're always having fun, and it's just like a great community.
I feel I made a lot of good friends there.
We now ask some of the athletes what their favorite memory is so far.
It's honestly been the bus rides. Some of them are like extremely long, but it's still fun to just have like the team spirit on the bus and all. It's great.
Just being there with the team and just helping out and make sure I get a win for the team. And I want to play hard and never give up on myself.
Getting our first win ever, it was so much fun. Everyone was so excited.
Playing and making friends.
I'm Molly Amos reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
After seeing SHS' own basketball team, let's see what students here think about the NBA midseason so far.
My name is Atul reporting for SHS Today, and today we'll be interviewing students about what they think of the NBA at the midseason point.
The Cavaliers, man. You had LeBron, you fumbled it, man. He got traded to the Lakers, LeBron. That's the only thing about the team, really. Like, if you think about it at the end of the day, without LeBron, what are the Cavs? So yes, they are frauds at the end of the day.
I think they're legit. I'm not surprised because I think they have a lot of good weapons on that team, offensively and defensively.
Steph Curry can shoot that thing beyond half court. You have the dribbling power, the handles, you have everything. People think that the Golden State Warriors are the most, I think they're going to lose, but I think they're going to uprise against all this democracy that they're facing recently. They're 16-16, if I'm not mistaken, and they did beat the Boston Celtics that are the reigning champions.
I think the Portland Trailblazers could make a deep run in the playoffs, surprise a few people.
It's going to be the Golden State Warriors and the Celtics.
Probably Cavs, Trailblazers.
This is Atul reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
Staying in sports, the NFL playoffs are underway as of last weekend. Anthony and Rocco caught up with some of the students to hear their thoughts and predictions for the rest of these playoffs.
I'm Rocco, reporting from SHS Today, and today we're going to be interviewing people about the NFL playoffs.
I thought the playoff games have been pretty good, pretty fun to watch. I didn't really get to watch much of the game last night, but I'd say the best game was probably the Bills game.
You got some wild cards. Surprised me, honestly. I'm a Commanders fan. Jaden Daniels, what a guy. We picked up a guy, crazy pickup, love him. There's nothing to complain, honestly. We just beat an upset. An upset's an upset, no matter what team.
The wild card was a little boring except for the Commanders-Bucks game, and especially yesterday's game, but I hope the divisional round will be better.
I think they've been pretty good besides from the game last night, but they've been pretty good so far.
I think the Lions got it all the way. I think their offense is pretty much unstoppable. So,
I'm going with my Commanders, and it's hard. It's hard these days. You got wild. Anybody can make it these days. The Cincinnati, when they made it to the Super Bowl, they're only an 8-10 team. So you don't know. You honestly don't know.
I definitely got the Eagles and the Ravens.
I think it'll be the Bills versus the Lions in the Super Bowl.
I'm Rocco from SHS Today. Back to you.
We haven't received that much snow so far this past year, but let's take a look at how students are adapting to the very cold weather changes lately.
Hello, this is Edward for SHS Today, and today we're going to be interviewing people about their thoughts on some of the recent weather outside.
It's been snowing, cold, and wet.
It's really cold. I don't like it. Very windy.
I think it's been a cold winter, and I'm not going to say it's been crazy cold, but I've noticed it's been really cold this winter. Not enough snow, though. No snow days. I'm a little disappointed about that.
I'm hoping it's going to be more warm towards the springtime and less snowing and storms.
I hope it will get less windy. The temperature will go up a little bit.
You know what? Honestly, around here, I never know what to expect anymore. We used to have snowier winters. I don't know what's going on with that. It seems like when we get the cold, we don't get the precipitation, and then when it's warm, it rains. So it's like, honestly, it's New England. Close your eyes, open them, and the weather changes.
Are there any potential hazards or problems you've seen caused by the weather recently?
Just the ice and people driving too quick and slipping off.
There's a lot of black ice, a lot of wind that could destroy stuff.
So nothing crazy this year. I know there was some slippery driving the other day. All I was just thinking about was last night. They were talking about on town council here in Salem. They were talking about last year's April 3rd, 4th storm. That was the big one. That caused a lot of downed tree lines, and we lost power for a few days. Honestly, I can take cold, I can take snow. I just can't stand when it's like that heavy wind and icing that causes major power outages. That was a nightmare last year.
This was Edward for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
Small businesses are very common here in Salem and its surrounding areas. One of these businesses is the Waits Market in Methuen. We'll send it down to Sienna to hear about this business and what it has to offer.
My name is Sienna McCarthy, reporting for SHS Today, and today we paid a visit to a small business located in Methuen, Mass, the Waits Market. We interviewed employees and the owner to figure out what the business is and why people enjoy it so much. Okay. What do you enjoy about working here?
I enjoy eating the food.
What item do you recommend the most?
I would definitely recommend the fresh kielbasa. I have a Polish neighbor and he said it was the closest to his mom's home-cooked kielbasa, so definitely try it out.
And what's your favorite pie?
I definitely said the chicken parm pie. I gotta try it.
Waits Market is a little grocery store that has a magical kitchen behind it that does all of the work for the rest of the store. Waits is located, I know this one, at 36 Railroad Street, Methuen, Massachusetts. It's pretty epic. It lets me have a lot of control of all the things that we do, but also I get to still collaborate with my father and make sure things are run the way that he wants it to be run, and being able to work with my family. Even people who aren't part of my family are now part of my family because of this store. My favorite pie, that's always such a tricky one. It would be the pork pie with HP sauce and lots of gravy, or the beef teriyaki pie. Either one of those pies.
Alright,
What's good, guys? We're in Thwaites Market right now. We're in the kitchen, as you can see. This is where the magic happens, all right? That's the oven right there. That's where all the pies go through. Delicious, delicious pies, all right? So make sure you come down, you get some pies. Spend as much money as you want. I recommend spending a lot. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna be back. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it. Make sure you come down.
So as we like to say here, stop by and grab a pie. This is Sienna McCarthy, reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
It's very important to maintain a positive attitude while at school. Let's see what Leonie and Caroline can tell us about staying kind.
Hi, I'm Caroline reporting for SHS News Today. Today we'll be taking a look at Kindness Matters Club and what they do there.
We're a club here at the high school, and we try to do little activities that have to do with kindness and spread positivity throughout the school.
I would say it is a club where we get together and try to spread kindness around the school.
Is a club run by students and Mr. Brown and myself that tries to infuse more kindness into Salem High School and Salem in general.
I joined it because honestly, it was a way for me to meet new people when I was new to the school, and I just joined it and I loved it.
I joined my freshman year because a friend told me that they really liked the club.
So Mr. Brown created it, and then I joined later, but we created it just to give a place to help little pockets of students especially. So he, being a guidance counselor, gets to and just show up for community events as well too.
We are going to have a booth at the mental health fair in April. We are planning on doing Kindness Week.
We should have Kindness Week coming up soon. which will be exciting and will decorate the school.
We're currently working on 2 big projects. One is we're trying to write a book about kindness that we can bring to when we do Birthday in the Box in the elementary schools.
Caroline reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the
The wildfires in California have been the most trending topic in the news recently. Mason and Suddy talked to students to hear about their opinions and topic.
Hi, I'm Aiden Sullivan reporting for SHS Today, and today we'll be talking about the California wildfires and trying to learn about them.
Wildfires are affecting multiple families out in California and ruining their homes, and I know it's injuring a lot of people and affecting their lives drastically.
Yeah, these California wildfires are certainly devastating because so many families, are losing everything that they have. It's just a terrible thing, and our heart goes out to them.
The wildfires are so devastating because of how many people have been lost, how many lands have been taken by the fires, and by just the fires in general.
I don't have any family out there, but I'm assuming it's affecting a lot of people, but none that I'm aware of.
I don't have any family or relatives in California that are affected by the fires, but whenever it happens, something like this happens to people, it affects you, and your thoughts and prayers are with, these families during such a difficult time.
I think the fires could have something to do with global warming or just something like that, because it's caused by heat, and the earth is warming up.
Probably because of us, our global warming has probably made the planet too warm for over there, and honestly, I think that's probably why.
You have to wonder why fires, not only in California, but across the country into Canada over the summer happen. It really, we know global warming is causing lots of natural disasters.
Now we'll be interviewing teachers on their personal opinions of this matter.
What we're looking at is, with climate change, our weather systems depend on the difference in temperature between the poles and the equator. And because the poles are getting warmer, we are throwing the temperature difference off. And that changes our weather patterns. The air quality is terrible right now. I understand people are being encouraged to wear masks when they go outside, even if they're not near the fires. So that's equally bad for animals that can't put masks on. I think they're looking at arson in a lot of them. I think it's people. Somebody's saying the power company is responsible for one of them too.
I just want to say thank you to all our first responders, and hopefully we get this fire under control. This is Aiden Sullivan reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you for tuning in to SHS Today.
If there are any more stories you want to see featured, you can hit up my guy, Christopher.Hazel at nhsu57.org.
Have
a great week, Salem High.